Good morning everyone. I hope you all are safe and fine. Before starting today's topic, we will revise some terms which we have learned in last year. Okay, so first we will start with natural numbers. Okay, now first you tell me what are natural numbers. Tell me. Natural numbers are counting numbers, right? It starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. It has no end. Means there are uncountable natural numbers, right? So till infinity natural numbers are there. Then whole number comes. All of you know what are whole numbers? Including 0 with the natural numbers, right? Whole number starts, right? So 0 is the first whole number, then all natural numbers are included in whole numbers. It also has no end. So there are infinite numbers of whole numbers, right? Third number comes integers, right? In integer, what are integers? Integers are whole numbers with negatives of natural numbers, right? So integers, negatives are infinite negative numbers. Then after that I am writing -3, -2, -1. 0 is also included in integers. Then positive natural numbers or whole numbers are there, and here also we are getting infinite numbers of positive integers as well as negative integers, right? Now the next term comes fraction. You all have learned fractions last year, right? What is fraction? Fraction is nothing but the part of the whole number, right? So it is written in the form P upon Q, where these P and Q are, what are these P and Q? They are natural numbers, right? They are natural numbers, P and Q are. So this fraction, for example, if I am giving you one fraction, 1 upon 4. Last year you have learned this fraction we can also write as 1:4. Do you remember? What is this called? This is called the ratio form, right? Fraction written in the ratio form. So the numbers which can be written in the form of ratio, they are called the rational numbers. And today we are going to learn the topic of rational numbers. Okay? Now we will come to the definition of rational numbers. Okay? The definition is, actual definition is, the numbers which can be expressed in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q are integers, and these P and Q are integers, and this Q is never equal to 0. Why it is not equal to 0? Because if we write 0 in denominator, its answer we cannot define, because division by 0 is yet not defined, right? So we can never divide any number by 0. So denominator should not be 0, and these P and Q are integers there. In fraction, P and Q are natural numbers. Now you will think, what is the difference between fraction and rational number? You will think that fractions are same as rational numbers, but no, there is a difference. What difference? In fraction, this ratio form, we write it also in the ratio form, but there we write only positive natural numbers. And in rational number, it can be negative also. This is the main difference of fraction and rational numbers. Now we will see some examples of rational number, or I will give you some rational numbers. You will recognize which are the rational numbers in this. Okay? 3/4, -2/8, 6, 0/4, 8 upon 0, and 1 upon 8, suppose, or -8. Now out of these, which are the rational numbers? You tell me. First one in the ratio form, both are integers, so yes, this is a rational number. Then second, we are considering integers, so minus 2 is integer, this is also integer, so this is also a rational number. 6, though it looks natural number, but we can express it like this, 6 upon 1, and 6 is also integer, 1 is also integer, so this is also a rational number. Then 0 by 4, it is also a rational number because 0 is also integer, 4 is also integer, but this is not a rational number. Why? Because in denominator there is 0, division by 0 is not defined, so this is not a rational number, and this is also a rational number. This point is clear? Okay, now next we will see the positive and negative rational numbers. Okay, what are positive and negative rational numbers? It's very easy. See, I am writing in short for rational numbers. Okay, positive means the rational numbers with numerator and denominator both are having same sign, means both are having either positive sign or both are having negative sign. For example, if I am writing 3 upon 9 or 3 upon 10, okay, both are having which sign here? Positive. No signs are shown. It means it has positive sign, right? Positive sign is generally not shown or expressed. So this is both signs of numerator and denominator are positive. So this is positive rational number. Another example is minus 2 by minus 3. Okay, now this is also a positive rational number. Why? Both are having negative sign, but we can convert it with positive sign. How we can convert? See, I will show you. Minus 2 upon minus 3. Now we can multiply both by minus 1 here, and here also you multiply it by minus 1. What you will get? Minus minus will become positive. 2 minus 2 into minus 1, 2, and 3 into minus 3 into minus 1 will come 2 by 3. So now you are getting both positive integer. So remember, positive rational numbers are the rational numbers with positive sign either in both numerator or denominator, and negative sign in both numerator and denominator. So these are positive integers. Now we will talk about negative integers, negative rational numbers. Okay, if in numerator and denominator any one of the numerator or denominator is negative, then only it is negative rational number. Got it? See, for example, minus 4 upon 5. See, only 1 is integer, so this is negative rational number. Or minus 3 upon 8. Or you can write 3 upon minus 8. This negative sign can be in numerator or it may be in denominator. Okay, so these are the negative rational numbers. Is it clear to all, one and all? Okay, so we will go to the next term. Right? Then now we will learn what is the standard form of the rational number, how to write the rational number in the standard form, right? So to write the standard form of rational number, what should we have to write the rational number in standard form? Remember, two things are there. The first one is denominator. I am writing in short, this is denominator, must be positive. Denominator must be positive. And the second thing is numerator and denominator should not have common factor. How I am writing in short, no common factor other than 1, because 1 is the factor of every number. Remember, every number is divisible by 1. So except 1, if denominator and numerator do not have common factors, then only we can say that number is in the standard form, rational number. We are talking about rational number only. Okay, so here I will give you some examples. For example, 3 upon minus 5. Now tell me, is it the standard form of the rational number? For that you will check two things. First, you check denominator. Denominator should be positive. Is it positive? No. Means this is not the standard form. Second thing, numerator and denominator should not have common factor. They don't have common factor. 3 and 5, they are prime numbers, not having common factor. But as as denominator is minus, it is not in a standard form, but we can convert it into the standard form. How can we convert? See, in the standard form how we can write? Just multiply both by minus 1, right? Now what you will get? 3 ones are minus 3 and minus minus will become positive 3 upon 5. Now is it in the standard form? Yes. Check the conditions. Denominator positive and numerator denominator have no common factors. Means this is in the standard form. One more example I will give you. 8 upon 10. Is it in the standard form? Check first thing. Is there a denominator positive? Yes. One condition satisfied. Second, they should not have common factor. Now see, check. Numerator is 8, denominator 10. Both have common factor 2. Both are divisible by 2. So it is not in the standard form. So to make it in the standard form, what will we do? We will divide both the numbers by 2. Okay? And now you will get 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are. Now this is the standard form of the rational number. Got it? Everybody clear this idea? Now let's come to the next factor. Here only I will explain you. Next comes equivalent rational numbers. Okay? Next come equivalent rational numbers. What are equivalent rational numbers? Simple. Equivalent means equal value. Equivalent. Valent means value. Equal value. The rational numbers having equal value are called equivalent rational number with equal value. For example, if suppose I am considering 3 upon 5 and another I am considering 15 upon 25. Both looks different, but both are having same value. How? See, if I divide this by 3 and divide this by 5 and this also by 5, what I will get? 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25. I got the same original rational number, right? Means this fraction, this 15 by rational number, 15 upon 25 is equivalent rational number of 3 by 5. So you can get equivalent rational number either by multiplying numerator denominator by the same number integer or by dividing the number, means rational number, numerator and denominator by the same number. One more example we will see to get equivalent rational number. Okay, see another example. If suppose minus 5 by 7, I want to find equivalent rational number of this. So I can multiply both of them by any number. So what I will get? Minus 10 by 14. So minus 10 upon 14 is the equivalent fraction of minus 5 by 7. Got it? In this way, we can have infinite numbers of equivalent rational numbers. Why? Because like 2, you can multiply this by 2000, by 2 crore, by 2 lakhs. Any number you can multiply. Or if it is divisible by some number, by any number you can divide, right? So in this way, there are infinite number of equivalent rational numbers, and we can get it either by multiplying or by dividing. But remember one thing, always keep in mind that when we multiply numerator by the same integer, at the same time you must multiply numerator also by the same number. That you keep in mind. Or if you are dividing, then also denominator and numerator must be divided by the same integer. Got it? Cleared? Now, how to compare rational numbers? Comparison. For comparing rational numbers. Let's see comparison of rational numbers. Right? There are 3 cases in comparison. First is denominator equal or same, you can write. Second case is numerator equal, right? And third case is both different, numerator or denominator, both are different. In these cases, what will we do? How we will compare them? Compare means which one is smaller and which one is bigger. That is called comparison, right? Now when denominator are equal, for example, we will take very easy. This is very easy. 3 by 7 and another is 4 by 7. Check here. Both the denominators are equal, right? Now, just compare numerators. If denominators are equal, just compare the numerators. In numerator, this is 3, this is minus 3. Then what sign will come here? 3 is less than 4. So, we will put less than sign here. Okay? We will put less than sign. Got it? If suppose, instead of this, if I am writing here, if suppose instead of this, here is minus 4, then what will you do? Now compare again 3 and 4 because denominators are equal. So just compare 3 and minus 4 because rational numbers can be negative. Rational number is made up of integers. So negative numbers may come there. Okay. So here in case of positive and negative, always remember negative numbers are always smaller than positive. So here 3 is bigger than minus 4. Then here we have to write greater than sign. Cleared? Now another example of rational number with numerators equal. For example, now 8 upon 2 and here 8 upon 7. These two rational numbers are there. Okay. Now when numerator are same. See here numerators are same here. See numerators are same. In this case we will not compare numerators because we are dividing here by the smaller number. So naturally answer will be bigger. Here we are dividing the same number by the bigger number. So naturally the answer will come smaller. So in this case smaller denominator will be the bigger one, greater one. So we will have to put which sign here? Here will come greater than sign, opposite of that, right? Then third is numerator and denominator are different. In that case what will we do? Let's see. Okay, see now third case. In numerator and different denominator, what is the correct method? That example I am showing you here. 1 upon 3 and 2 upon 7. See, denominators are different. In this case, what will we do? We will first find LCM of denominators. You know how to find LCM of denominators. Now, as they are prime numbers, right? LCM you can directly take as their product, right? So, LCM will come 7 3s are 21. So, here LCM comes 7 3s are 21. So simple. This rational number 1 upon 3, you multiply this by 7. Why? First we will make their denominators equal and then we will compare their numerators. Right? So first multiply this by 7 so that our denominator will become 21. So here also we are multiplying by 7. So numerator also should be multiplied by 7. While in 2 upon 7, here also to make denominator equal, what number we have to multiply this to get 21? By 3. 7 3s are, as here multiplied by 3, numerator also should be multiplied by 3. Okay, now find the answer. 7 1s are 7 and here comes 21. Here 3 2s are 6 and here comes 7 3s are 21. Now check. Both the denominators are equal. Now, when the denominators are equal, what do? We just compare the numerators. So, now compare numerators. See, which one is bigger? This is 7 is greater than 6. Means here is greater. So, here also what sign you will write? Here you will write greater sign. Right? This doubt is clear. Now, one easy and simple method to compare these rational numbers, I will tell you for all these three, one very easy method. From that you can check whether your answer is right or not. That method is simple cross multiplication. By cross multiplication you can check your numbers you have written less or greater is correct or not. Simple example I will take 2 upon 9 and here is minus 3 upon 5 suppose, right? Simple take cross multiplication, right? But 2 here numerator is 2 with 2, so with 2 you will multiply 5. So left side it must be written to the left side. So 2 into 5 we will write to the left side and minus 3 into 9 to the right side. Okay, now get the answer. 5 2s are 10 and here 9 3s are 27, but negative sign. Now compare these two. 10 obviously greater than negative. Always remember, positive integers are always greater than negative integers. So this 10 is greater than minus 27. So what sign will come here between these two fractions? The same sign we will write here, greater than this. Rational number is greater than this. So this method of cross multiplication, this method is applied to all these three. Otherwise, I have already taught you what are the previous method. Just by compare numerators when denominator same, numerator same, compare numerators but put a opposite side. And when different denominators, by LCM method, we can first convert their denominators with equal and then compare the numerators. Actual method we are going to use are these method, by LCM method or by this method. But for your rechecking whether your answer, if you have doubt whether my answer is right or wrong, so you can check it by this cross multiplication method and you can get sure answer. Got it? Understood? Now next point we will come to how to show the rational numbers on the number line. Okay, how to show rational numbers on the number line. All of you know what is number line. You have learned this number line in previous classes, so you are aware of that, right? Now the step 1 to show the rational numbers on the number line. For example, I will show you the examples first. Let us show 2 upon 5 minus 1 then 7 upon minus 7 upon 5. These three rational numbers we are going to show on the number line. First step, that is, first you draw a line, right? This is your step 1. Draw a line. Then mark 0 in the center. Okay, now I will use this white chalk to mark 0 at the center, and then unit length you draw. Unit length means every division, every part will be of 1. That division will be equal. So we draw positive integers to the right side and negative integers to the left side of the 0. Okay, so minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3 will come to the left side. Just this is sufficient. Okay, now what is the next step? The third step is divide every unit length. This is called, see, 0 to 1 there is a different distance of 1, 1 to 2 distance of 1, distance of 1. Every division is of distance 1. That is why it is called unit length, right? Now every unit length you divide into different divisions. How many divisions? It is dependent on the denominator. What is the denominator here? Denominator of rational number is 5, right? So we will divide every unit length into 5 divisions, right? So I will make here divisions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4 and this one is 5. Okay, the left side also. Why to the left side also? Because there is negative rational numbers also, which we are going to show on the number line. So here also we will make 5 divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one is 5th. Then again 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one is 5th. Like this you divide this number line into 5 parts. Why into 5 parts only? Because our denominator is 5. If denominator is 7, we will divide it into 7 parts. Got it? Now, what is our first rational number? 2 upon 5. So always start with the 0. Always start with the 0. What is denominator is same everywhere. We are in every unit length we have already divided it with 5 divisions. Now see the numerator. Here numerator is 2. So just after 0 count 2 divisions. This is after 0 1 division, second division. So here will come your 2 upon 5. Understood? This will be your 2 upon 5. Right? Now second is minus 1. Minus 1. Where is minus 1? Already we have written minus 1. Right? So just show it by putting it in a box. Okay, this is your minus 1. Then minus 7 by 5. Now you decide. numerator, its numerator is negative, so it will come to the left of 0 or right of 0. That is dependent on the sign. Here it was positive, so we showed it to the right side, but now its numerator is negative, so we must show it to the left side. Means from 0 we will go to the left side by counting, right? Now division is already 5. What is numerator? -7. So from 0 you just go on counting 7 after 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here your that 7 will come here, right? 5, 6, 7. This point, this will be your -7 by 5. This will be your -7 upon 5. In this way we can show rational numbers on the number line, right? Now the last part of this today's topic is the absolute value of the rational number. Okay, absolute value means the quantitative value in quantity, right? Means it will be in the distance from the 0. It will be in always in positive quantity. When we measure any quantity, it doesn't have negative sign, right? So whatever fraction rational number we are finding out the absolute value of it, it will be always positive. It is nothing but the distance of that number from 0. For example, if suppose you are finding out the absolute value and there is one particular sign of absolute value, that sign is this. These two lines are shown and I am writing this 2 by 5 inside this sign, right? So this is called absolute value of 2 by 5, right? What is its answer? Now from 0, what is the distance till here? Till here the distance is 2 by 5, positive. So its answer will come 2 by 5, right? Next, if you want to find out the absolute value of -7 upon 5, right? Then from 0 you count how much distance it is. When distance we count, we never write negative sign, right? So distance is always positive. So from 0 to till here, the distance will be 7 upon 5, not negative 7 upon 5. So absolute value of 5 will come 7 upon 5. Okay, the absolute value of -7 upon 5 is 7 upon 5. So always remember, the absolute value is always positive. For negative rational numbers as well as positive rational number, absolute value always comes positive. Okay, so I hope that all these points are very well clear to you, and now you revise this once again, and if you have doubt you can ask me. So this is enough for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day.